Hi, I'm Max Smith, also known as Thomas Miller, and this is Anything Goes by Max Smith. In this episode, I'll be talking about climate change and how dangerous it is for everybody. Let's go. Hi. Hello. Hi. I'm going to be talking about climate change in three parts. Part one, what is climate change and why is it so dangerous? Part two, how we can mitigate the effects of climate change and reduce the consequences to the human race. And then part three, my final thoughts. Part one, what is climate change and why is it so dangerous for everybody on this planet? Well, let's start off with the first part. What is climate change? Climate change is the term used by scientists of pollution being put out constantly into the planet's atmosphere, into the water, into the soil, whether it's through trash, burning fossil fuels, eliminating forests, releasing a lot of CO2 into the atmosphere, which causes climate change, which in turn warms up the world by a lot, increases weather patterns, such as hurricanes, making the hurricane season start earlier, last longer. Wildfire season in California, start earlier, last longer. Flooding in Indonesia, Japan, and all over the world happen more often than usual. Because it's not like we didn't have any of these natural weather phenomena before. No, these have been a part of the planet for a long, long time. It's the intensity that has increased of these storms. Intense hurricanes, intense tornadoes, intense heat, droughts is all a result of us literally burning fossil fuels and literally setting this whole country, this whole world on fire. I mean, take California, for instance. It's literally been on fire for a long time, man. Of course, it was not as big or spread out, but now it's gotten so bad. The smoke is literally flowing from all the way inland. You can see it all the way in Colorado, Idaho, Portland, Oregon's on fire, Washington, let's say Washington, the whole West Coast, man, even Colorado has experienced an increase in wildfires because of droughts. So that is what climate change is. Now, why is it so dangerous? Because of all these increases in droughts, in weather patterns becoming more severe. It's making it harder for people to live in certain places around the world, especially on island nations, people who live on coastal regions around the world. Because of this intense, extreme weather patterns and the ice melting in the North Pole and making the sea level rise because of global warming, it's making it unsafe and making things happen more often, like sinkholes happen more often, buildings collapsing more often because they didn't build it properly, and then if you got the added stress of really bad weather. It's amazing that one building in Miami did collapse even sooner because it was poorly built, and the hurricanes, man, hurricane just could have, boom, just ripped that thing to shreds because it was poorly built. That's why climate change is so dangerous to everyone around this world. Part two, how can we mitigate and slow down climate change? Yes, we as individuals, we can do our parts by reducing, recycling, reusing, but we can also put pressure on big corporations by boycotting them, man. Because the only thing they understand is money. You hit them where it hurts, their money, their bottom line. People, we can do this. We can boycott Amazon. We can boycott oil companies, coal companies. Because if we do that, man, in one day, if we boycotted any of those big companies, their stock price would would bottom out really fast. I mean, really, really fast. So people, I implore you, please, please boycott. This is a boycott that can actually factually work, man. It's actually gonna work. Unlike those crazy ones that some right-wingers, some conservatives, like, oh, I'm gonna boycott Nike. Okay, big deal, whoop-de-doo. Because they're supporting Colin Kaepernick. That I'm grateful of. But if we stick it to these polluting companies and mistreat their workers, if we stick it to them, man, really hard, and I mean, one day, if that doesn't work, go 2 days, a week, I don't care how long, man, but we have to stand up to these bullies, because they're bullies, man. They're saying it's our way or the highway, and I'm saying no. If we put the pressure on them, they're going to realize that we have the power and not them. If they want to keep on making money and keep on doing business, they're going to have to listen to us for a change. So that's what we can do. We can put the pressure by boycotting polluting companies, man, and do it for however long it takes. So now, part 3 of my final thoughts. Well, to all you people out there who think, it's just too late, there's nothing we can do. Well, I say you're wrong. And that's just my judgment, my opinion. And we can change. We can change for the better. We can make life easier for people around the world. Not just for working conditions, but also mitigate our problems as far as weather change, other climate change things, reduce the heat that we're putting onto this planet instead of turning into one big, gigantic desert. Let me put it in some terms that anybody out there can understand on why we should take action and change now, immediately, as soon as possible. So for all your science people out there who are interested in science, let me put it this way. Picture the Earth as a gigantic body, and the trees are its lungs. Without the trees, oxygen gone. No more oxygen. Carbon dioxide levels, everything, that's it, game over. Which leads me into my next term. For all you people interested in games, whether you're video games or board games, you can always reset, replay, start all over again. But in life, there is no restart, no reset. Once a certain number of trees are gone off this planet, got a newsflash for you, game over. Meaning there is no going back to start. There is no going back and restarting the game. It's finito, done, over. And now a term that hopefully will get to those people who are these conspiracy theorists that think, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, you're making this stuff up. Oh, blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. Well, let's put it this way for you people. You love your grandkids? If you got grandkids. You love a good cup of cold water on a hot day? Well, imagine if your favorite lake was filled with garbage and you couldn't go there anymore. Imagine if your water was always gunky and gross to why you would drink. And imagine if your favorite park was full of trash. Well, this is happening for everybody around the world, man. There are places where literally garbage is just everywhere. They're living in filth. So hopefully that got through pretty much everyone out there why we need to change now, immediately. Not 5 years from now, not 10 years from now, but today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Click that like button. Then after you subscribe, or if you're already subscribed, click that notification bell because it lets you know when I post videos again. And share this with your family or friends, and let's get this video out to everybody and anybody and get it to over 1 million views. Thank you very much. This has been Mac Smith, and this has been another edition of Anything Goes by Mac Smith. See y'all next time.